And it looks like they're going to go for the Rel for Delight and lock Peanut into that support role. So, you know, I think some interesting decisions here. I think both teams kind of rounded out their compositions. The wall under the turret, so team does need to be a little bit concerned about that.
Ruler gonna burn his cleanse already. Tons of damage going into him, and even the flash forward! Oh, gets it done, and Viper and Delight just outplay Ruler.
He's there. Peanut, again, I talk about those pressure points he's always looking for. Now Ruler flashless, he is in big trouble.
Yeah, Ruler's just dead. There's no way to get out of this one, and they're just trying to keep Duro around as well. They're gonna give this kill over to Viper, and now Duro is going to flash away, so they get...
We'll be happy that they got at least that, because I think getting anything else there wasn't really going to be possible. Just see a rotation over from Zeus, by the way, here as they look to collapse potentially.
Yeah, they're kind of up against the wall. That Hex Flash, very confusing. Chovy in a lot of trouble. He will flash out, though, and now it's just Duro who looks to be going down. The question is who gets the kill. It will be Zeka. So now...
Hanwha Life just one step ahead. Look at all the vision Gen.G have, and still Delight reads the play, comes up here, knows Duro is missing and can now defend, but Chovy...
Can Delight save his top laner? Delight's going to take a ton of damage, but he's still Rel, and he's able to just hop...
Might be seeing right now.
Speak of the devil. We have Duro on the gank here, and they know that he's in the bush. Zeus about to figure this out, and he just flashes over the wall. But that is a Nautilus with his own flash. Does not have depth charge, though. Gonna ult the wave, and it's just a 1v2 here. Do they have enough damage? Yes, they absolutely do. So Keen, but Ruler's basically not a champion right now. Are they still going to fight for this?
No.
Well, the answer is absolutely not, because, well, they just lost 2 people to the Poppy ult. And
Chovy is going to TP back to mid here, and we're going to have this big fight over the first mountain.
Poppy ult is down for this fight, so they feel confident to push in.
Yeah, Gen.G going to be looking for it, but again,
TP.
Let's see how this one is going to go, as that is a big flick on Azeka, who also just throws his ult out somewhat reflexively, and now HLE, they're going to look for Duro actually on the left side here, might be able to get him. The Rumble ult does come down, and he's just trying to zone, but meanwhile, Delight goes in, and they're doing this all without Zeka, who is now looking to TP, and this fight is going to go to Peanut, who does pick up that first Mountain Drake for the side of HLE, as now Zeka's here, and Gen.G are between a rock and a hard place. Zeka is going to get knocked up. They're trying to go in onto this one and get a trade in Canyon with the help of Ruler, and now Gen.G are turning this fight around. They lost the Drake, but at least they got a bunch of kills on the backside.
Game slows down and they can set up for that. That's the ideal. And you can tell they were a little bit rushed in how that fight ended up panning out. So
defensive turns, but Peanut is going to look for a gank here. Chovy way up in the lane.
Yeah, Chovy thought he was safe. Let's see if he can wall away on time. Looks like the answer's no, as Peanut's on top of him, but Zeus is very far away. Chovy just going to flash out of this one, as now he goes for the wall, but that's a Poppy. You can't get away from the Poppy by using your wall. And Peanut sits him down. Meanwhile, though, Gen.G are going to go for this Otacon. They say, well, you committed heavily to the top side of the map. So who wins this fight?
Look at Viper, look at Viper. They're getting shredded. If he lands a piercing arrow, it would do so much damage.
Well, let's see what happens on this fight. A lot of damage already coming out here from Zeka, as the smite will be 100% to the side of Gen.G. And now the TP exists, just dies immediately. And they turn on a Delight as well. A big sweep here from Viper. He's alone. The damage doesn't go through. And it's only Viper that can get this one done. And it looks like Duro will have to be sacrificed once again. But already the Otacon was picked up by Gen.G.
Tensions happen. You know, Hanwha criticized all year for taking big leads and kind of playing with their food a little bit. This is Gen.G. You can't do that against this team or you will lose your lead. As Peanut's going aggressive. Rel showing up here too. Keen in some trouble. TP.
Yeah, TP's coming in. I think with the 3 of them, they should be able to get this one down. The Gwen can shred a bit more through the Poppy compared to other champs, but eventually you're not going to win a 1v3.
Mid. Clear the vision quickly, though. Now Hanwha Life don't have that setup we were heralding them for on the Dragon.
Well, they're going to force Peanut to come over. And
They'll be on the flank.
Gen.G will be the ones that are in position on an objective.
Wait, they have the wall.
Like this, the wall does come down, and the damage, it's not quite there at the same time. And now Duro's going to get caught in the front. Gen.G kind of scrambling here, taking a bunch of damage. Now Delight going in, looking for the engage, but he gets blown up. But meanwhile, Canyon now, Zeus flashes over the wall. He's going to trade 1-for-1, but Duro is down, as he does get taken out here. The chase here onto Keen. Looks like he is just going to TP away, though. So Hanwha Life Esports, they do win the fight.
It could have been worse for Ruler, so that's, I think, the bigger concern rather than what really happened here.
Well, looking for Peanut, I suppose, and they might just be able to get him. He's caught out as the angle from Toby locks him in, and they get another kill here for the Gwen. Gen G now with the man advantage and no jungler. They should be looking to start this Baron.
Yeah, now Roseus does have Equalizer here, and Empress divides up for Zeka. It's a Jin comp, but there's a Gwen on this Baron.
Look at the Varus.
Close.
Oh. The Varus poke is so deadly around this Baron, though, but Viper did miss that first Q.
It's 5v4. Duro does get pretty low. The Equalizer only going to hit Jovi, and they're keeping this Baron least. I think Gen G are in a good spot here. Zeka and Viper trying their best to do the damage, but now even Zeus is taking a ton, as now the engage does come in from Delight, but he goes down immediately, and Canyon's not even looking at the fight. He just wants the objective, as he will get it. And now Ruler alongside of Jovi. So many low health bars, and in goes Canyon. They will look to clean up the fight. Viper is all alone by himself in a 1v3, flashes forward to try to score the win, but he will not be able to, and it's a triple kill to Jovi.
So bro, to take it down.
Did you see Jovi's items? He's got a Magize in this game and a death cap. Now King, what's going on here? He goes in by himself, and Gen G are like, wait, what was that? And now, this is potentially Mountain Soul for Almalife Esports.
And a lot of this Baron is being wasted by the fact that they're fighting over this Dragon right now, not getting any pressure with it. This is a rough time here for Gen G.
Gen G want to go for the fight, actually. They're going to open up as that ult is not going to hit here from Peanut. He's taking a ton of damage. In goes Canyon, Peanut's dead! And that means the smite is easy for Canyon.
Scoreboard looks similar, but when you look at the gold, when you look at the map control, it's definitely Gen G's game to lose.
Oh boy, Delight just going to get caught out here, and this has been happening all game. Not to Delight specifically, but to many different...
Really bouncing back from a very rough early laning phase.
Jovi looking for a cutoff here. No vision on him right now. As the wave comes in, they will see him.
Trying to go for something, but look at the damage that they do to Peanut, and he snipes him from miles away. Even when you've got a lead, they will come back.
Get to see Keen's point of view. And it was the last needle.
Once again, I mean, this composition with the Jhin has so much space it
They
can
have
buy.
so much damage. It's incredible the amount of damage they have on the Baron. It's going to force them over. Duro trying to hook his way away from this one. The wall comes down. The Poppy ult not going to hit. It's now Delight trying to force the fight here. Duro is pretty low. And actually a decent angle here. Canyon getting pretty low himself. Keen is by himself as well. HLE might have found the one angle to win the fight, but Toby's still alive. Ruler sniping from very far away. Looks pretty good still for HLE, even though Jovi is chomping them down with huge amounts of damage with this gigantic bit with almost full build Azir and Rumble. And even the Varus, even though he is lethality, can do a decent amount. Now Keen just gonna start attacking Delight, who's taken so much, and he's gone! He's just out of the fight, just like that, as Toby getting pretty low. Zeus gonna flash on in, but Toby's got his Zhonya's, and he will be able to survive there. Takes a bit of damage. But right now we've got Delight who is down. Toby gets the pick again! You will not stop this man! And that is going to be 25 stacks for the Taliyah. With them sieging a little bit in mid at the same time. You see that cannon getting to work on the turret. And now we got a bit of damage into Duro. He is going to hook away. And at least on the life, they're keeping them out of this one for now, but the wall is going to come down, and the Poppy ult knocks away the Xin Zhao. But Peanut, he puts himself in such a bad spot, and Keen will live for now, but he gets poked down by the Rumble and the Azir.
Gen G did not get that inhibitor.
All right, Jovi, he is just, look at the damage on this Taliyah, it's insanity. And now Canyon is frontlining for the team. You got a zoning Jhin ult at the same time. Nobody's able to follow up on this one. Zeus getting incredibly low.
Elder spawning in 30. I'm not sure they can end right now. Canyon!
He just walks in.
This could change things.
Up dies, and now they got to go for the fight here. Duro, look at a sacrifice for the team, but Canyon goes down, and that might just be a bit too much for Jovi and Ruler.
Top. They're not really going to be able to...
Jovi's coming in here.
I don't know about this.
So you have to back away.
Yeah, he's just going to get ulted away. Peanut's going to throw him the door.
But essentially, the Elder's secured. But what is HLE going to be able to do with Elder? They might get this mid-tier 2. That's definitely plausible with the Elder. Breaking the inhibitor tower is much more difficult, though.
Jovi doesn't have ult. I thought he was going to look for a wall there.
Yeah, mid-tier 2. That'll go pretty quickly.
Zeka's going in there. He's going to do a ton to Toby, who has to flash. Equalizer until night. They got in. Toby is down. And they've got a cannon minion here, too, HLE. How far do you want to push it? They're looking for the inhibitor.
Well, I guess they can't neutralize that.
No, I don't think so. Bit of a greedy play from Toby. He is punished.
All right, Chain's going to go down. Look at the damage from the Azir and the Varus.
Now, there's no wave here just
With
yet, but
the
another
Elder.
one's coming. And I don't know, with 45 seconds until Toby respawns, I think Hanwha should be able to end here.
They don't have the same wave clear. They gotta stack up.
They're gonna block it.
They gotta stack up and keep the minions alive, and HLE are gonna do exactly that. We got the Peanut ult, not gonna hit anything. Keen, desperate to try to stop the minions from hitting the base. He will go down, but HLE, they wanna end the game right here. And right now, they get a kill onto Canyon. They get a kill onto the turrets, and HLE are gonna make it happen in game 1.
They have such a track record of winning those game 1s and game 5s in best of 5s.